Fedde Le Grand was steadily booking gigs in Europe, and his label, Flamingo Records, was showing promise. However, his personal life was quickly falling apart. Emotionally depleted and struggling financially, Fedde's resolve wavered as international recognition still eluded him. A short 2 years later, in 2006, Fedde's world would be transformed. The full-on explosion of Put Your Hands Up for Detroit catapulted Le Grand to the top of the world dance charts.
Put Your Hands Up for Detroit, because I'm kind of like a P-Funk fan. The inspiration came from Flashlight. It's definitely not the same bass line, but it has the same kind of feel to it. Only mine is just in a different key and more programmed. It was actually meant more funky than it came out, but I thought, oh, it's funny, you know, it's quirky, so I kept working on it. I found this Put Your Hands Up for Detroit sample from a really old, obscure breakbeat record from Matthew Deere.
Put your hands up for Detroit, our lovely city.
So I tried to send it out to a few bigger labels again. They were all like, nah, we don't get, no, it's the same thing the whole time. Like, no, we don't want it. So finally we decided to do it on our own label. And we said, okay, I'll make 2 more tracks, you know, just in case if people really don't like it, then they have like 2 other tracks on the B side that they might like, that were a bit more conventional. It got to Ministry of Sound, who made the video clip and everything, and yeah, it just went really, really, really fast.
Put your hands up for Detroit, our lovely city.
In 2007, Fedde received major accolades and peer validation, solidifying his rank as one of the world's top DJs. As a producer, he has worked with legendary pop artists like Madonna and will.i.am. DJ Mag's Top 100 ranks Fedde at number 14.
If you collaborate with someone, it really depends. I mean, for instance, with Madonna, it was actually super boring because you don't actually physically sit with her in the studio. It's just her manager contacting mine and, you know, making a deal, and I get, you know, the stems or the outtakes and do my thing with it, send it back, and you get a yes or no. I recently did Coldplay as well. What I thought was really cool and kind of special is that they asked me to open up for them when they did this special YouTube performance in Spain, in this old bullfighting arena, which was like, the setting was already like really, really special. You know, it was really great to see how a production like that actually goes. In the case of will.i.am, for instance, it was actually great, you know, because he is, you know, he generally loves music actually, and he's very interested in how you do certain things and certain processes. And I think that's how it should be, you know. If you work with another DJ or another artist, big or small, is that you kind of learn from it.
Through his success and the platform of his long-standing label, Flamingo Records, Fedde has found inspiration and joy in developing undiscovered talent.
What I do now as well is, you know, I support, you know, upcoming talent, and especially, like, I love it when I see talent and no one knows about him or her. Like, I actually, because I just built a new studio, and I built one to, you know, be able to rent out, but actually I found this guy from Germany called Dennis Coey, who was like completely, absolutely amazing, and I don't know how, but somehow everyone overlooked him. He's like a super nice guy, you know, down to earth, works hard. So that to me is just, that's great if you can do something for actual young talent. I'm working actually on a new album, which is always great because you can do, you know, an album is always basically an excuse to do slightly different things than you normally do, because you don't have to make everything exactly for the dance floor, which I think is great. You can go a bit more radio and a bit more experimental here and there, which I think is cool. And I'm working on a show, which should be an interesting challenge, yeah.
As one of the world's most celebrated and influential artists, Fedde Le Grand could sit comfortably ranked high among the early pioneers. Yet he remains passionately dedicated to dance music, and his career is ever evolving. For more stories of the DJs you love, keep watching OneBeat, the voice of EDM.